Welcome to this video about babies with plagiocephaly. My name is Tanya, and I'm a pediatric physiotherapist with Alberta Health Services. This is one video in a video series about your baby's head shape and neck movement. This video is for babies with plagiocephaly. This means there's a flat spot on one side of the back of your baby's head. There's a separate video in this series for babies with brachycephaly, which is a flat spot on the entire back of your baby's head. In each of these videos, we'll go over some things that you can do to help your baby's head shape. Plagiocephaly is the most common head shape change we see in babies. Your baby's ear and forehead may be shifted forward on the side with the flat spot. If you've noticed head shape changes in your baby, talk with a doctor and a pediatric physiotherapist. They'll check to see if there's anything you might need help with to improve your baby's head shape. Your baby will have the best results if we notice any changes in their head shape early and we deal with them right away. Why? Well, the skull bones get harder and the spaces or joints between them get smaller as your baby grows and develops. As this happens, it's more difficult to make changes to your baby's head shape. Many of the ways that we help babies with their head shape are very simple and are things that you can do at home. The positions that your baby spends time in every day can help improve their head shape. It does take time to see changes once you start using these positioning tips with your baby, and it will take a longer time if your baby is older or has bigger head shape changes. First, let's talk about what you can do to help your baby while they're sleeping. We know that there's pressure against the back of your baby's head while they're sleeping on their back, and this is okay. This is still the safest way for your baby to sleep to prevent sudden infant death syndrome or SIDS. Your baby should sleep on their back every sleep. What we can do is avoid having your baby sleep with the flat spot resting against the bed. Here's some positioning tips that might help. Place your baby in the crib so that they'll naturally want to turn their head so that the flat spot is up. Your baby will typically want to look out into the room, toward the door, or where there's activity. If the flat spot is on the right, lay them down so that they'll want to look left. Always lie them down on a flat surface for sleeping. Take out any pillows, hats, or positioning devices from the crib. These are not safe to use while your baby is sleeping. Put any toys that attach to the side of the crib to the side that encourages them to look away from the flat spot, and move overhead hanging mobiles to one side or remove them. You can gently turn your baby's head to the side when you check on them. You don't need to wake up in the night just to change your baby's head position. Doing this when you're checking on your baby as you're ready to go to sleep is enough. Take your baby out of the car seat when they're not in the car, even if they're sleeping. Try not to let them sleep in a bouncy seat or a baby swing unless you've been advised to by your doctor. These devices are all more upright, and your baby's head will tend to fall to one side, which can lead to neck tightness and flat spots. Lying flat is the best position for your baby to sleep. Most of the things that you can do to help your baby improve their head shape will be done while your baby is awake. Here are some positions that we suggest that you add into your day. We are going to talk a little more about how to try all of these different positions with your baby. Tummy time is one of the simplest and most important things you can do to improve your baby's head shape. It takes pressure off the back of your baby's head, and it's the best way for your baby to get stronger. Tummy time helps with their head and their neck control, and it helps with all the other movement skills that your baby is learning in their first year. Skills like rolling, sitting, crawling, and even using their arms and hands. Add tummy time into your day by trying each of these positions at different times. Even a short time on their tummy helps your baby get stronger. 4 main tummy time positions to try are tummy to tummy time with you leaning back, tummy time over your lap, tummy time by carrying baby lying on their tummy, and traditional tummy time on the floor. Tummy time on the floor provides your baby with the most strengthening because they're the most free to move here. They can move their arms, legs, head, and neck. Make sure that your baby has tummy time on the floor every day. Small amounts of time frequently through the day add up quickly. Try tummy time for a few minutes at a time when your baby is young and gradually increase the time. By the time your baby is 3 months of age, we recommend a total of 1 hour a day for tummy time. Every time you put your baby down, try putting them down on their tummy first. To help your baby feel more comfortable while they're on their tummy, give them a little extra support under their chest. You can use a rolled up towel if they're struggling with tummy time at first. Tummy time is also one of the best ways to play with your baby. Think about using all of your baby's senses. Use their ears. Sing or talk with your baby, even if you're not a good singer. Use toys that make interesting noises to get your baby's attention. Use their eyes. Get face to face, be silly, use a mirror, show them things with high contrast or bright colors, and move the toys to catch their attention. Use their sense of touch. Give them something interesting to feel with their hands. Touch their face gently with your hand, or even with a soft blanket to play peekaboo. Besides tummy time, one of the best positions if your baby has plagiocephaly is lying on their side with the flat spot up. Try side lying with a pillow or a blanket behind your baby's shoulder and hip. Only use these positions during awake playtime. Firmer pressure under the other side of their head is better, but babies don't always tolerate lying on a hard floor. If you have a soft blanket for them to lie on, you can use a thin child's hardcover book just under the head while their body is on a soft blanket. This helps to keep that firm pressure to help even out your baby's head shape. We recommend the side lying position for an hour in total a day if your baby has problems with their head shape. You can work in some extra time for side lying by carrying your baby as if they were lying on their side. Hold them with their head along your forearm and the flat spot up and out. This provides some gentle but firm pressure to the opposite side of the head from where the flat area is. This helps round out that flat spot. Once your baby is able to sit up, this is a great position for them to play in. Your first choice should always be time out of devices. If you're using a seating device, upright seats are better for your baby's head shape than the ones where your baby leans their head against something such as a baby swing. As much as you want to keep your baby in some of these new positions, there will be times when your baby needs to spend time on their back. Try to arrange the room and toys so that your baby wants to look to the side that keeps the flat spot up. Even in the car, you can set up their car seat to try and keep the flat spot up. Keep everything interesting on the other side. It can be hard to keep track of which side the flat spot is on. Some parents like to use a soft wristband or baby rattle on baby's wrists on that side to help them remember to keep that side up and out. You can make a soft wristband by cutting the cuff off of a baby's sock and putting that on their wrist. Now that you've been trying all of these positions consistently through the day, how do you know if your baby's head shape is getting better? After your baby's bath, when the hair is wet and smoothed down, take pictures from the front, from both sides of their head, and of the top of their head. In this picture, the parent is holding their fingers at the baby's ears to help see if one ear is forward. Take these pictures every month. This will help you to track your baby's progress. Correcting your baby's head shape will take time, and when you see your baby every day, it's hard to notice changes. These pictures can give you a visual of even small changes over time. Positioning your baby is one of the first and best ways you can help them with their plagiocephaly. There are other treatments that might help your baby if positioning alone isn't helping. Your baby might need other treatment for their head shape if they're older than 5 months old and have already been using these positioning tips for 2 months and getting consistent therapy without seeing any changes. If they have bigger head shape changes, or if their doctor has recommended other treatment. The most common treatment option for older babies or babies with larger head shape changes are cranial remolding helmets or baby helmets. These baby helmets are made individually for your baby by a trained specialist called an orthotist. These helmets are usually worn 20 to 23 hours a day for 3 to 5 months, depending on how your baby is doing. Your doctor can help you decide if a baby helmet would be a good option for your baby. In this video, we talked about positioning for babies with plagiocephaly, or a flat spot on one side of the back of their head. Babies with plagiocephaly sometimes have tight or weak neck muscles on one side of their neck. This is called torticollis. This affects how a baby turns and tilts their head. If your baby has troubles moving their neck to one side, it will be difficult for you to reposition their head to improve their head shape until their neck movement gets better. The last video in this series is about torticollis, neck stiffness, and how you can help your baby improve their neck movement. We hope that this video gave you some ideas about ways you can use your baby's positions during the day and at night to help improve their head shape. Remember that you can always go to your doctor and your pediatric physiotherapist for more one-to-one help.